Now again, I know Vancouver isn't a very good team, but you win 5-1. Come into tonight after losing to Seattle in a game that was very evident was a back-to-back based on the way the Jets played. You get a great 5-1 performance again from the Winnipeg Jets despite everything going on with injuries right now. Like, this team just continues to win. And it's blowing my mind how this coaching staff has just, from the top line down to the fourth line of the Manitoba Moose, has got every player buying into the exact same system despite injuries. Next man up mentality right now is running the Winnipeg Jets locker room. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another win for Recap Reaction. This game 32 out of 82 for the Jets 2022-2023 campaign. 5-1 victory over the Ottawa Senators back in Winnipeg tonight. Man, what a game. Kevin Stenley gets his first goal as a Winnipeg Jet after getting his first point in his first game not too long ago. Looking like a great, another great depth addition, just like Sacramento. And all these guys we signed in the offseason are just, when they get an opportunity to actually make this club and play, they're having immediate impact. And it's crazy. You've had this effect with Sam Gagner in the first few games of this season. Sacramento and then in preseason going into the first few games of the regular season. And now you've got Kevin Stenley doing it as well. Mikey Eastmont. The list goes on of how many good players have jumped in as of late and are taking advantage of the opportunity given by Rick Bowness and this coaching staff. And you just look at the goal scorers tonight, and you get top line goal scorers from Kyle Connor getting back-to-back goals in that second period. There's 14th and 15th of the season. But then you're also getting goals from Kevin Stenley and Sam Gagner, who's already got 6 goals on the season. Shout out to Sam Gagner, one of the last signings the Jets had going into the preseason and camp, and he's made a pretty damn good impact. I'm not going to say he's been amazing every game, because he hasn't been, but he's making an impact in games, and as a depth player, you can't ask for anything more than that, especially making league minimum. These guys are doing the best that they can with injuries, and they're winning games even when they're not pretty, and that's all that matters. We haven't even talked about how good Josh Morrissey was in this game. Josh Morrissey was incredible tonight, and like franchise record now for point streak and assist, I believe, or whatever now with 10 games. He's tied it in the last one, so now he owns it with 10 games. Just insane. Josh Morrissey has a career high of 37 points, set in 79 games last year. He already has it within the first period of this game tonight, which was game 32. He ties his career high. The only other defenseman in the league right now with more points than Josh Morrissey is Erik Karlsson, who has like 5 more points than him, if I'm not mistaken. So he's right on his tail. Josh Morrissey is a real goddamn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. Believe in it. It is happening, and who would have thought, right? Like, I always loved Jomo, don't get me wrong. I love the contract he signed too, even though at the time I was a little worried about it because he wasn't some amazing defenseman yet, just a solid, good, definitely solid top 4 two-way defenseman. So him committing long-term was great, but if this is the Josh Morrissey they're really going to have for a couple more years, this is prime Josh Morrissey. Holy crap, did the Jets just sign themselves a pretty damn good contract if he's able to maintain this. Because, my God, like, man is on a mission this year, and you look at the fact that you've got David Riddick playing his first back-to-back games this season. First time he's actually started in 2 games in a row. Plays great tonight. Gets the jacket at the end of it because he was great. He made some really important saves tonight. You look at the way this team played. Ottawa had 36 shots on Riddick tonight. Winnipeg only had 24. Even Rick Bowness, in a game that's 5-1, still comes out and critiques the fact that they allowed way too many dangerous scoring opportunities from Ottawa in the high shot count that they had. This man will come out and say we played great, but we also didn't play great. We got to work on these things, even in a 5-1 victory. And the team is going to believe that, and they're going to buy into that because you can see it in every game. Little things changing and getting better and better as the season's progressed. The Jets are in top-tier form right now, ladies and gentlemen. You look at the standings right now, where they are. They're 1 point back right now of Dallas still. I'm going to pull it up just to make sure I want to get the exact numbers. 32 games played, 21-10-1 record, 43 points. Dallas with 33 games played, only 1 point ahead, 19-8-6 record there with 44 points. The Jets are still just right on the tail of the Dallas Stars. Minnesota is definitely still playing good and staying in that race, but this is the Jets' race right now. They are in this, and they could easily, when they get healthy, make a real run on Dallas, and this could be a run year. Like, the Jets right now are an amazing team. Like, just overall, when you go look at the standings right now, it's insane. The Jets, I want to know exactly where they are in the entire league right now because I know that they are top 10. Right now, the Winnipeg Jets are number 7 in the entire league, right behind Dallas, like I said, and New Jersey, tied with almost all of those guys in points. They're almost top 5 in the league in points. There's like 3 teams right there surrounded by 1. The Jets are in this, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. It's happening. Even with injuries right now, this team is playing the way they are and getting wins that matter, even in games that are sloppy. It doesn't matter. Get those 2 points, continue get in this race, and when you get healthy, you'll play better hockey. Not to mention the fact that the Jets have assets this year going into the trade deadline if they want to look at restructuring the offense and, tweaking things and getting more deadlier for the playoffs, You're going to have Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's the RFA. You're going to have to make a contract offer to him, but, Morgan Barron's going to need contracts as well. You look at your defense right now, Brendan Dillon might look like a movable piece. You might be able to move him for a pretty damn good forward option come playoff time if there's a team looking for a swap on defense for a forward spot. You never know. The Jets have options now. The Jets are playing such good hockey that they are really putting themselves in a position to make another run at the Stanley Cup. They are like... Every game, I'm like, okay, when is it going to finally set in with the injuries? When are we going to see a little losing streak with this? It's not that I don't believe in this team, but, reality has to strike eventually that no matter what they can do, how good they've been playing despite the injuries, it's got to set in eventually. Every game I'm proving wrong. Even when you look at the Seattle game, they played a good hockey game. It just wasn't enough to end up getting the win, especially in a back-to-back that they're bagged in. The Jets are in the middle of the most unexpected run I think they've had ever, arguably. I'm not going to say that 2017 wasn't expected either, but like when you look at this team, how identical it is to last year, it is identical. Mine is just coaching and the fact that they're almost #1 in the Central and they're fighting for a top 5 spot in the entire NHL. This is a team that everyone had written off. I didn't write them off yet, but I wasn't expecting this, goddammit. I did not think that this team would be this good to fight for first in the Central. I expect them to be a wild card team, arguably. Maybe fight for that 3rd spot in the Central, battle in there a little bit. This team this year just keeps blowing my mind, and it just with injuries, Josh Norrissey, the fact that Connor Hellebuyck has the flu and Riddick can come in and play this solid after not having the best game in Seattle, even though it wasn't definitely not his fault we lost, but even Ville Heinola, he hasn't played hockey in 2 weeks. Tonight he jumps in. I was expecting him to look rough, maybe even make a few big mistakes that might not work in his favor in the long run, but he was very serviceable tonight. This guy had not played hockey in 2 weeks because of being sick and with the Manitoba Moose and call-ups and whatnot with the Jets because of injuries right now. So the fact that he came in and looked the way he did, I think that's a really good start. Definitely play Ville, I'd say, for the next couple of games just to get him hot again. If you don't want to use him long-term right now, that's a different argument for a different day. We're going to talk about it, but at least I'd say give him a couple games of the NHL, get the wind underneath him a little bit, get him back to game speed, NHL game speed, send him down to the Moose. He'll be more ready down there and be a better call-up in case you need it, because again, Nate Schmidt's only going to be out longer. Blake Wheeler now with the injury. The Jets are going to need to add. The right wing is definitely looking weak, but despite all that right now, they're buying time before they have to make those moves. Games like this where you win 5-1 in a sloppy game that you still score 5 goals in against Ottawa, it buys you time when it comes down to making the hard decisions on what you want to do with this roster. And right now, Chevy's had the easiest time of his life because he just has to make a waiver claim. Look at Koolman. Koolman gets a waiver claim from Seattle, put on waivers, we claim him, and he's been great. Like, the guy almost had a goal tonight. He almost had a goal in the Seattle game. He's been playing really damn good hockey, and I was expecting him to be maybe Moose fodder to replace the injuries, but right now he's actually making an impact, and again, more depth to rely on when you have injured players if it happens again. The Jets are just finding ways to win in miraculous ways and awesomely entertaining ways as well. Can't deny how fun this game was. Those Kyle Connor goals, just so good. Josh Morrissey with that slap pass to Kyle Connor. Oh, bon appetit. That was amazing. I just can't get over that. Great game. It's just good to be. It's just such a good time to be a Jets fan right now. There's nothing to critique with this team because what's the point? What am I supposed to say? Oh, I didn't like this with this depth guy because no. It's a depth player that no one expected to even be in the situation he is right now, and he's playing damn good hockey. As long as they keep winning, I ain't going to complain about shit because what's the point? Get healthy, buy time, and then become even more dominant because you're in the race right now with a pretty good Dallas team that, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that injured as of right now. So take advantage of the opportunities that you have. That's what the Jets are doing. They're going to continue doing it, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. So let me know what your favorite goal was tonight. Let me know your favorite Josh Morrissey moment of the season, because the man is an absolute beast, and Josh Norrissey is a thing, ladies and gentlemen, and it is just insane. Who would have thought? I'm just so happy for the guy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is your first time checking out a video on my channel. Definitely drop a like and subscribe. It's great to check out another fan's perspective from time to time, and we're bound to play your team at some point. So if you want to hear the thoughts on the game from me, and whatever, I don't even know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Subscribe. I've talked too much. It's getting late. We've had a snowstorm out here on the West Coast, so I gotta go out there and shovel some more. Actually, look, you can see all the snow. Ladies and gentlemen, that is like a foot up from where my little overhang is for my patio. So yeah, there's like 2 feet of snow in my window in Vancouver. What the hell's going on? It's like minus 15 right now. Ever since the Winnipeg Jets rolled into Vancouver and beat them, we've had Winnipeg weather. So It's a sign. Whiteout is here. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out the affiliate links down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Go Jets, go. And I will see you guys in the next one.